Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji. So moving along to the next party after a long gap of a few months when we had other activities. We're on party 24. Ant na sifti kehen na ant. In the previous...
Basically, it's not highlighting the line.
In the... Yeah, I know how it works if I can find the spot. In Party 23, Guru Sahib had talked about Sala hi Sala, praising that Supreme Creator, that Supreme Energy. And in this one, Guru Sahib is talking about the boundlessness, the limitlessness of the Creator, of Akal Purakh, of that force, that energy, whatever you want to call it. And he's talking about how, no matter how much we try, no matter how strong our faculties might be, we're not able to comprehend the infinity of the infinite because we're finite. Man has one thing which is unique to man, and that is the intellect. And along with the intellect comes curiosity, a desire to know, a desire to fathom. We always want to know more. We want to understand. We just don't accept things. If somebody says do this, we're going to question why. So there is this innate desire in human beings to understand everything. The phenomena, the world, themselves, other people, relationships, you name it. There is a strong need to understand. So we want to understand the Creator also. We want to understand the world. We want to understand how the creation began. Except we can't. But at the end of this party, Babaji gives us a key, a clue to how we understand, how we can understand. The Guru says, Ant na sifti kehen na ant, ant na karne den na ant. No matter how much we praise Akal Purakh, we can praise more. No matter how much we chant, how much we remember, how much we get lost, mind, body and soul, we can do more. Antana sifti. Kahanan. No matter how much we try to describe that, in other bodies, Guru Sahib had how one that is, if my tongue became a million, right? So it's concept that there to antana sifti kehnana ant antana karne dena ant. Not only are the praises beyond what we can praise, they are endless. The Creator's actions are limitless. As human beings, there is some stuff we can do, some things we can do really not great. But Akal Purakh, the deathless one, the endless one, the actions are innumerous. They are beyond being counted. And that's why we say beyond. We don't understand. What all does the Akal Purakh do? What does this energy do? It creates, it demolishes, it preserves, it nurtures, it nourishes. It takes care of everyone. What does one head of the family do? Takes care of the family. What does Akal Purakh do, whose family is the entire universe? Takes care of everyone. There is a limit to how much we can give. There's a limit to how much love we are able to give. Because if somebody doesn't give it back, we withdraw. But Sacha Pacha doesn't. actions, the creator, the actions of the creator are limitless. The giving is limitless. The creative force itself is limitless, and limitless are the gifts. We get tired of giving if there is no reciprocity. We get tired of being, how long can I do it? I can't keep doing it. One person can't keep doing it. We often hear that. I've done enough. I'm done. Vaheguruji is never done. Vaheguruji keeps giving. Those gifts are endless. And who all does he give to? He doesn't choose. He doesn't select. To everyone. I mean, look at the vastness, the amazing capability of actions and of creation and of giving. It is said that we're made in God's image, but it's an image. We get tired. Our capability is so limited. We withdraw, from relationships. At the end of the day, we are tired. We have gone to work and we come back and we're exhausted. This force is never exhausted. We go to sleep. The karta doesn't go to sleep, it's always awake. Think about it. There are people who say, I'm agnostic, I'm an agnostic, I don't understand. Duh, who understands? Of course you don't understand. I don't have the answers. You'll never have the answers. I don't get it. Of course you don't get it. Your mind is limited, your faculties are limited. So all that you can do is you can praise, and you can't praise enough. All that you can do is be in wonder, and you can't be in enough wonder. All that you can be is in awe. You don't get it. Your intellect is not capable of it. Because the gifts of the Creator, the actions, that force is truly, truly, truly amazing and beyond understanding. Ant na sifti kehn na ant na karne, den na ant. Kinnu nahi denda. Kida khayal nahi karda hai pita. Hai mata, right? The mother is considered a great giver. But she'll give to her children, not to the neighbor's child as much. Degi zarur. She'll say कि मेरा है बच्चा मेरे वर्गा है, मेरे बच्चे वर्गा है, but वो वर्गा है like, But that's where the limitation is. Our limitations are as inherent in us as our desire to explore. Because we are finite beings. Any which way we look at ourselves, we're limited. अंत न सिफती कहना अंत, अंत न करने देना अंत, अंत न वेखन सुनन न अंत. We also see we've been given these beautiful eyes to look at everything. The most sophisticated camera that has been invented, and we keep getting more and more, even in little gadgets. The newest Samsung phone has 46 pixels. And that camera is so sophisticated. You don't have to zoom in. You can, wherever you are, you can zoom in. You don't have to go closer. It still doesn't approximate the human eye. And yet, the human eye is limited. I can only see thus far. Beyond that, I'll need binoculars. I won't be able to see everything. Amazing and beautiful that these eyes are. They cannot see beyond a certain limit. But what about the eyes of the Creator? They're everywhere. Bani says that he has millions of eyes. He can see everything, everywhere. Omniscient, omnipotent. So when you realize your own limitation, you realize the vastness of the Akal Purakh. When you realize the vastness of Akal Purakh, you realize your own limitation. It works both ways. You see how limited you are. You're a puny creature. You sit by the beach, you look at the ocean, it's endless. Wherever your eyes goes, you see this vastness. But the eyes only go so far. Same with the ears. How much can you hear? You get tired of listening. Sometimes you say, I have a headache. I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to listen anymore. I just want some quiet. Every faculty, supreme and amazing as it is, gift from the giver as it is, has limited capacity.
Question.
Yes.
So they're supposed to be, since we are part of Him, and we also supposed to have the same attributes, kind of, like Him. Are we supposed to develop or get to that point? Maybe seeing with the physical part of our senses are very limited, but the ones who really can see with the blessings, they go inward and see everything.
Yes. You need different kinds of eyes to see, to experience. You need different kinds of ears. You don't need ears to hear the Anhat Shabad. It's inside you, it's within you. But you need a different experience. You need to have a different kind of consciousness. And Guru will tell us about that too. That mystery will be revealed at the end of this body. That how do you become a part of that vastness? So limited, you're so limited. Your capacity is so finite. Ant na karne, ant na vekan sunan na ant. You know, we pray that God listens to our prayers, right? But even if we don't use the words, God is still listening. Bin bolya sab kuch janta. God's capacity to see and to listen is so huge. It's beyond our understanding. We go and we chant and we pray, right? And we hope that He listens. But if we are very quiet, He still listens. Thoughts we janta hai, understands the very core of our being, because वो अंतर्जामी है. And so what are we? We want proof, right? We want evidence. I don't believe you until I see it. I want to hear it. I want to taste it. I want evidence. But God's capacity is everywhere. Every pore of your being. The cry of the ant is heard. Gurbani tells us. Not just of us. People who have the capability to articulate. Not just that. But the silent ones, the puny ones, the littlest of creatures. Sunna na ant. Ant na jape, kya manamant. I can't fathom the Creator's decision making. Again, as human beings, we want to understand, what's the formula? How did you get to this answer? The teachers, when your students, they say, I just don't want the answer to this problem, to this algebra problem. I want to see how you got to it. I want to understand if you understand. I want to see what your thinking is.
When people ask this question, if there was a God, then why is He letting all these bad things happen?
We can't understand.
His rationale, the level of His thinking is so different from ours and we try to put our ways of thinking like them.
Precisely. And then we say, well, you know, God doesn't exist because a kind God wouldn't let this happen. And we forget that it's a play.
Bad things could be also the function of something previous.
And that's our way of rationalizing, right?
That's right, very much true. We don't know.
Only He knows His criteria or His
Only
decision.
He knows the wrong game.
You know, in a talk that Steve Jobs gave many years ago to Stanford students, he said that when I was younger, I really didn't know why things were happening. And now as I reflect back, everything that happened, every step of the way, I was guided. And everything that happened is I can connect the dots, that this thing led to this, and this led to this, and this led to that. But again, he was trying to problem solve as to, how I got here. But the thing is, you can't problem solve God. You can't understand. You can't understand the workings. What I say sometimes is that I don't understand the workings of my own mind. One moment I'm happy and the other I'm not. And nothing has changed. The oscillations, vacillations of my own mind, I don't get them. And then I say I want to understand why my guru said this or why God said this. You know, in Paradise Lost, Milton said, they also serve who only stand and wait. You just accept. You just stand there and you say, thank you. Just in gratitude, in acceptance, in surrender, there is understanding. But if you really try to do it with your intellect, you don't get it. Because God is beyond intellect.
He addresses this in those 240s, one about all the good things, one about all the bad things, and he says, Jo tu bhave sai bhali.
Sai bhali ka, sada salamat nahi rakha.
Seem terrible. You don't understand them, but they're all part of his blessing.
So here, Anji.
This body is trying to tell us, do not try to analyze
Yes.
and accept it. Guru Nanak Dev said, "Tu dariyao, dana biya."
मैं मछली कैसे अंतला.
I'm like a fish, and you are like an ocean.
Right.
फिर गया कहते हैं, ना जाना मेओ, ना जाला जाली, जा दुख लगे ता तुझे संभाले. I don't want to understand who is a fisherman. I don't want to understand what's a net. Whenever any problem comes in, I just remember.
You know, even the
We should not really try
to fathom, yeah.
all this is he's infinite,
Yeah.
and we are finite brain.
Yeah.
In our finite brain, we cannot comprehend.
Absolutely, and that's
So that's what that Shabad of
Yes.
Guru Nanak Dev Ji, tu dariyao, dana bina,
Yeah.
you know, and you see everything. मैं मछली कैसे आता हूँ? I'm just like a fish, and you are ocean. A fish can enjoy the ocean, being in the ocean. So we should, instead of finding what's the end of it, enjoy it. What a
Live in
great
awe.
time today
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Instead of finding out what was yesterday and what is going to be tomorrow, enjoy it today.
You know, even in the previous,
Gurbani tells me in many places talks about his infiniteness,
Yeah.
no limits to it. Part of it is because that itself is a process of creating that sense of awe.
exactly, yeah.
So
Wow,
part of
wow.
The whole objective of these kinds of verses also is to think about it and wonder about it and say how infinite.
Wow, wow, ka vada tamasa. You know, in the previous pauri also, Nadiyan ateva pave samundra na janiya. You know, as a nadi, when you merge into the ocean, you don't understand the depth of the ocean. You just enjoy that oneness. You become one. You can't, you know, with the intellect, you can't fathom it. You just can't.
Sometimes scientists, some of them at least, who are not atheists, they see almost something spiritual in some of the discoveries of science, especially in astronomy and cosmology,
Yeah.
because you get this sense of awe about the infiniteness of things. So that itself can be a spiritual experience. Because
Absolutely. And yet when you reach that point of discovery, you discover that there is more to discover. It's endless. You reach, okay, so we have this one sun, we have more suns. Well, guess what? No, we just don't have more suns. We have multitudes of galaxies. It's beyond what you're seeing. 1 million suns, more powerful than the one we have. And we cannot look at this sun with these eyes straight. We need shades. We need dark glasses. There's an eclipse. We can't see it. So all that we can do is live in awe and wonder and vismad, and not try to get it. Not try to. And here is this line that says, "Antna jape, kya man man." What that force is deciding to do and how it's doing it. I can't fathom. I can't get into your mind. But we're always trying to understand. As human beings, we're trying to understand each other. In relationships, the guy is always saying to the woman, "I don't understand you." And her complaint is, "But you don't understand me." Well, you know what? This force, this power, this vismad, this wonder, we cannot understand how it is happening and why it is happening. I always remember that one line of Bhai Veer Singh, Ki hoya te kiku hoya, khap khap muhe siane. Ki hoya te kiku hoya, khap khap muhe siane, hosha nalo masti changi rakhti sada tikane. Just enjoy, just be in the moment, just be in awe, just be in wonder. Why it is happening, how it is happening, It's a good intellectual exercise, but you know what? It's a waste of time. You get tired. Yeah.
But the same thing that it's so fun trying to understand him. You can even understand a little bit about yourself, our own self.
वो भी नहीं समझ आता.
We get to knowing that.
Yeah.
Then you will get some window to the other side. Because that is something far beyond. Even this is far beyond. So this is also very complex.
Yes. We don't understand ourselves.
So what's there to understand? Because what do you need to worry about understanding somebody else? Man, what do you comprehend?
You don't understand yourself.
It's like, stop there.
Yeah.
Just kind of go back. Keep looking and looking.
Yeah. Just enjoy. Yeah.
Feel, where am I supposed to go? Where is the inside? So Babaji said, keep saying everything, right? Under.
Right. Go inwards.
Keep requesting Babaji. Help us. Hold our hand. Take us wherever you want us to take.
Right.
Because we are completely blind. But with your kindness and help, we'll reach wherever you want us to take. It doesn't matter where. We leave it up to you.
Trust, faith, right?
It says Antana Jape Kya Man.
What is his mind?
Understand.
Yes.
Guru Arjan Dev Ji explains that. Priyo Pooch Masla Tare. Jo kuch kare so aape.
Right.
He does not consult anybody.
Right.
Priyo Pooch, Priyo means other. Pooch means he doesn't consult anyone. Priyo Pooch na masla tare. And he doesn't seek anybody's advice.
Right.
Jo kuch kare so aape. Kabir Das ji at one place says, Kabir jo main chitvo na kare. Kya mere chitve ho?
Yeah.
Apna chitve har kare, jo mere chit na ho.
Yeah. And as human beings, we're always consulting. We're checking. We're fact checking, right? All these wonderful commentaries that are happening, and then there's fact check, politics, fact check. And we all, in management or everywhere else, we're consulting other people. We are bringing, if things get beyond our comprehension, we bring outside consultants. But God doesn't need a consultant. God is not consulting you or me. It's a law unto himself or herself. Just does what it pleases. अंत न जापे क्या मन मंत अंत न जापे किता आकार. How this phenomena, this world, this creation was created, this form was created. There is no understanding. I don't get it, how this world was created. Many have debated and written their theories. So many billions of years old and so many millions of years. Well, the next time around it will be something else. It changes. Because then there is more empirical evidence. And that evidence changes when there is something else you find out. So it's constantly changing and no one understands. And that's why Guru Nanak Sahib says that how he created the world, what was the beginning? When did it all start? We don't know. Only the Creator knows. So stop guessing, stop second guessing. As human beings, we're pretty upset when somebody wants to second guess us. They say that don't assume things. Because when you assume, you make an ass of you and me. Assume. So don't assume the Creator's mind. You'll be bigger fools. You can't assume.
Just part of it is as human beings, we all want to connect. To think about somebody as seeing me or see you, the energy, at least I can see in this life, and I can put my heart to it.
Yeah.
The connection to that, because of our upbringing, we are physically poor, but that connection is beyond any physical presence. So when it is abstract, when there's nothing, that's where he is. So when you are really connecting, you're really connecting to you are connecting to something that you cannot connect, that you don't have to perceive or see,
yes.
but you just connect.
Which is everything and yet...
Which is everything, yet nothing.
Yes.
Where there's nothing, there's everything.
Right.
And that's we have to change our thinking, saying, okay, God, I know where you are because you are everywhere. Therefore, my thoughts, let them go wherever they need to reach. I don't know where they need to reach. Be open to
And
them.
you control them. I come to you and say that make me holy like yourself. Make me like yourself. You know, there's a line in Gurbani that says that Vaheguru Ji likes Vaheguru Ji's gun. That the goodness of the Creator likes to see in the human beings that He's created. So our prayer is to become like that ocean of goodness. And that's where our effort, if there is an effort, if there's an udam, should be directed. To inculcate that goodness, to inculcate those virtues. And that's what the Guru will tell us at the end, too. So, ant na jape kya man mand. I don't know how you make those decisions. You don't consult me, you don't ask me, you don't ask anyone, you don't go to any books, you don't go to any encyclopedias to make those decisions. You don't consult any charts. There are a lot of people that go to astrologers and consult them before they make decisions about, what are the days of the wedding and what are auspicious moments. He doesn't have those charts. He creates those astronomical phenomena. He doesn't have to consult anyone. Ant na jape kya man mand, ant na jape kita akar, ant na jape paravar. There is a beginning, there is an end. There is a stream, there is one end and there's another. You cross one and you get to the other. But there is no end to this stream, there is no end to this ocean. You cannot say that I go here and I'm done. There is no art, there is no power, there is no beginning, there is no end. There is no one bank and another. If you're standing on the other side of the river, you say, okay, that's the end, that's the other end. Not here. There is no other end.
Paravar means two banks?
Yeah.
This end or the other?
Yes.
Any limits?
One bank and then another bank, right? Ant na jape paravar. Ant karan kete billai. Many have besieged this understanding. They've cried for it. I want to understand you. I want to behold you, God. I want to have your darshan. I want to see you. Ant karan kete billai. That light? Those of us who've read the Old Testament, when the 10 Commandments were revealed to Moses on Mount Sinai, he fell down, couldn't behold that light. He was struck by that. Wow. There's another reference, I think it's in the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjun says that I want to behold you, and Krishna says, you're not ready yet. And we say, Sanu darshan dev. We're not ready.
There's a phrase that comes in Gurbani many places about jhana, experience with jhana. How can you stand it?
How can you stand it?
Somewhat related to what you're saying.
Right.
I think.
You can't. Because you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for that amazing experience. And we are on that journey. Hopefully all of us, we are. When we are ready, it will reveal itself to us.
On this thing explained Guru Nanak Dev Ji, कह जावे तो दूसरा अवर न कोई कई लोग ही कह के चले गए वाहिगुरु तेरे और कोई नहीं फिर गुरु साहब कहने लगे what are we supposed to do next line says भगत ही नानक जन पे
Right. That's all we can do.
Instead of really getting into I'm going to get it to you, millions have left this earth, but they have never found the end of you. So what are we supposed to do? Guru Nanak says, Bhagat hi Nanak jan jampe. कहते मैंने तो भक्ति आई नहीं. I don't know. Bhagat hi Nanak jan jampe. But I praise you, I meditate you, I love you.
Yes.
Bhagat hi Nanak jan jampe. How salahi. I'm praising you all the time. How salahi sacha soy. This is the only way.
This is all I
Instead
can
of really, the rest of them all are going to go waste their lives.
But in other places he says that I don't even know that. I can't do bhakti either.
Look, you to get
Yeah.
Guru Nanak Ji didn't say that. Mainu bhakti nahi aandi. Only thing I'm saying, I love you.
Yes.
I'm meditating. Bhagat heen means that mainu bhakti koi nahi aandi. Bhagat heen Nanak jan jampe. Jan tera main sevak ban gaya ma.
Yeah.
Main tenu meditate kar raha hu, tenu yaad kar raha hu. Bhagat heen Nanak jan jampe. How salahi. I'm praising you. हौसला ही सच्चा सोई. You are the आज सच उनमें.
Right. But what I'm saying is, in other places, he says, I can't even do that. I don't have the tongue to praise you enough. I can't do anything. All that I know is that I'm yours. That's all. I can't praise. I don't know how to worship. I don't know how to chant. I don't have any goodness. I don't have any virtues. But all that I know is that you are. Yeah, I don't know anything. Right. Well, yeah, that's all. I mean, So thousands have come and gone, and they have taken various forms and shapes, and in their own ways tried to understand it. I'm besieged. I want to understand you, God. I want to see you. And they've adopted all kinds of means to do that. Some have left the world, some have worn different kinds of garbs, some have hung upside down, some have become silent, but they don't get it, because we don't get it. And so in the end it is, you are, and that's it, tu hi. After praising endlessly, the Guru also says that all that I can say is tu hi. That's it. That's all I can say, because the rest of it is beyond me. Ant na jape kya man mant, ant na jape kita akar, ant na jape paravar, ant karan kete pillahe taake ant na pahe jaye. E ant na jane koi, bata ka ye bata hoye. The more I praise, the more I feel I need to. The more I know, the less I think I know, the less I understand. When they say empty vessels make most noise, but those that are filled up, they say, I know nothing. I don't understand it. Einstein said that all my life I've just been at this beach just playing with the pebbles. I don't get it. The sharpest mind of our century doesn't understand and admits it. I don't get it.
Just see the concept of being able to both physically see, and Gavani says in many places not visible, but he also says it's visible. So I think by Baba Friedji, right? He mentioned that, hey, about the Kaveh, please seek my whole body.
Yes.
Don't eat my eyes.
Yeah. So that
he's showing that there is a possibility of physically also seeing.
But again, that's a metaphor, because the eyes are supposed to see, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't know if it's this eye or the internal.
It's the internal. It's the experiential.
But see, then that's where the issue becomes, not issue, but the thought comes to your mind. If it was the internal eyes, then he would not be concerned about the physical eyes.
That's a metaphor.
That's a metaphor. Yeah, that's a metaphor.
There's another line you probably remember. Saakhiyan bin bina disante maate. Those eyes are different.
Say akhiyan bin. Those eyes are different.
Right.
Say akhiyan bin jinni disando maate. Which you can see. Okay, vivek ki akhan hai. Okay. This is vivek. What is right and wrong? Akhi bajo dekhna, bin karna.
Yeah.
So, akhan dujiyan ne lekin andron ko diyan. Nanak se akhriyan biyan.
Yes.
Jinni disando maate.
And those ears are different too. Yeah, those eyes are different. Those ears are different. E ant na jane koi bata ke ye bata hoy. Vadda Sahib ucha tha. Uche upar ucha naam. Vadda Sahib is great. Vadda Sahib ucha tha. That place, that, I want to say, consciousness is huge, it's vast. It's not a physical place. Again, it's a metaphor. It's not a place where you can go to. It's not in that direction either. It's not there, nor is it here. Not up or down. It's all here.
People use that different all the time.
Right, and
You can do this too, right?
This uche ko jane soy, Jewad. So I think of, you see a skyscraper, right? 100 stories. How do you go up? The steps would be too exhausting, right? You take the elevator. So you have to elevate your consciousness. Elevate the consciousness. And only then you can become one with that consciousness. Vadda Sahib ucha thao, uche upar ucha now. Now here is a clue. The essence, understand the essence, understand the goodness, the virtues. Uche upar ucha now. Evad ucha hoy koi. It's only when you come to that level, it's only when you reach that elevation. With what? With the Naam. That's the elevator. That's what's going to lift you, take you up. Uncha now ever ucha hoye ko tis uche ko jane soy. Only then you will know what's at the top of the skyscraper, and you'll have that 360 degrees view.
What do we end? This uche ko jane koi ya koi?
Tis uche ko वही जान सकता है.
What's the last question?
It's there.
Haji?
Yeah, you point out the Bravo.
Koi.
Yeah,
Just for that.
Yeah, then you'll be at the same level. Then you'll be able to see. Then you'll have that amazing, incredibly wowing awareness experience.
Next line also tells you can't get there by yourself.
But you can get yourself. See, Naam is the key, Naam is the clue. But it's through the Nadar, through the Daat of the Karam, which is mercy. Through Nadar, through grace, through mercy. Tisuche ko jane jevad aap jane aap nanak nadri karmi daat. Pray for that mercy, pray for that nadar, pray for that grace. But at the same time, use the Naam to elevate your consciousness. And what is Naam? Naam is that essence of that energy, that goodness, those virtues. What do we chant? We chant the virtues of God. By chanting, we hope to bring down, that or remove our own mal. Mati ka kya tope Swami, right? This is how that the soiled mind becomes pure, immaculate. And in Japji Sahib itself, the Guru says that when your fabric is soiled, you wash it with soap and water. But when the mind is soiled, you wash it with Naam. So through the Naam, you elevate yourself. And through grace and mercy, through those gifts is how you comprehend. So he says that in the beginning he starts off with, you don't get it. You don't understand it. Don't even try, it's beyond you. Okay, buddy, just sit down. Don't say I don't get it. Millions have tried. But if you want the way, here's the clue. If you want the mystery to be revealed to you, then I'm telling you what it is. You want to know where that staircase leads? The climb is high and steep and tough and hard, and you'll be out of breath. It's a tough road. Finer than a strand of hair, sharper than a razor's edge. You want to walk it? Come with your head on the palm of your hand. Come with love in your heart. And I'll show it to you. You'll get it. Elevate your consciousness. Elevate your awareness. Don't stay in that murk. And then you will reach that level. It's not all despondency. It's not all, you don't get it, you fool, get out of the way. No, it's not that. It's you will get it. You will. You have that potential. You are part of that. And inside you, your soul is yearning for that experience. Panchapu Atma Nam Ras Poke. It wants that experience. But you know what? You shut it up. You snuff it. You shut it down. Because you're enjoying the rest of the thing so much. But once that hunger, that yearning does take hold of you, and you enjoy the Naam Ras, and then it's with you constantly, and then that is what removes the soil, the soot, the darkness, the ignorance. And that's how you become immaculate through the Naam. The grace is always there, but become ready to receive it. It's a blessing, it's a daat. And we know that this datar, this giver's bounties are endless. It's always giving. You have this human form, you're healthy, you're breathing, you're eating, you're sleeping. What a bakshish it is to have a good night's sleep. So get up in the morning or get up at night. And remember, Pinni Ranariye Chamkan Tare, Jagan Sant Jana. Be awake. Be awake to that consciousness. So through the Naam, you elevate your consciousness. This image just came to me that you have to take that elevator, but then along with that, be ready to receive the grace and the mercy, karmida. And then you will get it, and you will, maybe not even then, because then you're one with it and you don't even know there's total merger. The Nadi doesn't understand the vastness of the ocean, it just knows it's there. The destination has come. It's the end. Or the beginning. Back to the beginning, right? So beautiful Pari, the mystery sort of revealed, slowly unfolded, yet again, that it's the Naam. Get hold of it and embrace it and imbibe it and immerse yourself in it. And God's bakshish will be with us as it always is. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.